Hi, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic Grills. Fire Magic has been manufacturing grills in the USA since 1937. Their innovative design, superior performance, and exceptional durability are what separate this grill from the rest. Fire Magic offers an extensive collection of premium grills and accessories. Today, we're cooking on the Echelon Diamond 48-inch grill. Let's start by taking a look under the hood. Fire Magic offers more cooking space and BTUs per square inch of space for maximum performance. New Diamond Sear cooking grids have an exclusive trapezoid shape that provides more cooking surface for fast, even heating, and restaurant-style sear marks. The bead-blasted surface prevents food from sticking and holds cooking oils and food juices for enhanced flavor. Our flavor grids vaporize food juices, which create smoke that gives you that delicious barbecue flavor. They disperse heat quickly and evenly, provide responsive temperature control, and minimize flare-ups common with ceramic briquette systems. The all-cast stainless steel burners are made with the most durable metal, weighing 12 pounds each and have a lifetime warranty. Create unique zones individually controlled by separate burners, cooking grids, and flavor grids. This allows you to cook different types of food that require different heat, all at the same time. The 12-inch deep firebox provides ample space to disperse the heat across the grill, giving you more cooking control. The rounded hood optimizes heat flow for the best convection cooking. Recessed back burners have high, even heat for the most effective rotisserie cooking. Fire Magic offers the greatest temperature range. You can get up to 1,400 degrees over here on the infrared burner and as low as 200 degrees. You can literally sear a steak or bake a cake. And the charcoal basket allows you to enjoy the versatility of adding charcoal cooking to your gas grill. The digital thermometer with a meat probe is perfect for precise cooking and easy monitoring. Fire Magic has an extensive collection of accessories to enhance your grilling experience. This Echelon power burner with 60,000 BTUs is the largest, most powerful side cooker available. Perfect for everything from your favorite slow-simmered chili to a fried turkey or clam bake. All of these features work together, giving you the flexibility and capability to prepare almost any dish imaginable on the Fire Magic grill. The sleek exterior design is made entirely from the highest grade heavy gauge 304 stainless steel. The optional ceramic glass Magic View window allows viewing of food while cooking without lifting the hood. Fire Magic grills are designed for superior performance, so you can enjoy your grill for years to come. I'm Anna Rossi. Visit firemagicgrills.com for more. Happy grilling. Hi, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic, and today we're going to be baking up the most delicious chocolate brownies. It's really a fun thing to strut your baking skills on a grill, and this Fire Magic delivers that convection bake that we need. So we're going to start by firing up the right burner. With the hot surface ignition, it's literally as easy as flipping a switch. We're going to let that heat permeate into the zone 1 and zone 2 and watch in the temperature read as the temperature rises to around 300, 350 degrees. That's where we really take advantage of the deep firebox and the soft slope of the hood to get that great convection quality. I'm going to combine a little bit of unsweetened chocolate with a half a cup of sweet cream butter and take this over to the side burner to melt it down. Now this power burner has 2 burner units, an outer and an inner. And because it has 60,000 BTUs, we're going to be using the inner burner to give a soft, gentle heat to delicately melt that chocolate. On medium-low, we're just going to stir gently as we wait for the butter and chocolate mixture to melt. So this looks good, smooth without clumps. We're ready to pull this from the heat and add the rest of our ingredients. Now, so to temper this hot chocolate butter mixture, we're going to start by adding the granulated sugar. Stir that in a couple times and then go ahead and add 2 eggs. Gently beat those in. And now we're going to add vanilla for that extra nuance to pull out the cocoa flavor. Finally, we gently fold in ½ cup of all-purpose flour. And I love walnuts, so I'm going to sneak these in. And your batter's ready. I'm using the cast iron pan because it has excellent heat distribution. We're going to take this and place it on the middle rack over indirect heat and let that Fire Magic work its convection capacity in that 12-inch firebox. It's going to sit in the oven for 25 minutes and we're going to rotate 90 degrees after 10 minutes. So it's been 25 minutes. Let's grab the brownies. Ooh, wow, those look great. Now, I love bringing the skillet direct to the table, family style. Keep it casual and really let the guests ooh and ah over your masterful baking skills. We're going to top this off a la mode with enough servings to go around. Vanilla ice cream is the way to go, and then smothered with salted caramel. I mean, if this doesn't impress the neighbors, I don't know what will. If you want this recipe and more, visit firemagicgrills.com. I'm Anna Rossi. Happy grilling. Hi, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic, and tonight we're talking steak. It seems like everyone wants to master that perfect restaurant-style seared steak, and tonight I'm going to show you how. We're starting with my favorite cut of steak, filet mignon. We have some delicious sides lined up, a prosciutto-wrapped asparagus, and an Italian herb-marinated red bliss potato with olive oil. Up on the rack, we're gonna slowly melt the sweet cream butter with some nice herbs. This is gonna be the final drizzle on top. Let's start by putting this up on top for indirect heat melting. Okay, now let's fire up our sides. You see bacon wrapped asparagus a lot, and I love the prosciutto. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit leaner, but that great fat strip gives that excellent flavor. And prosciutto is beautiful and salty, and it pairs perfectly with the filet mignon. Also, we're taking advantage of the size of the cooking deck. We have an infrared burner powered on high. We have the prosciutto wrapped asparagus searing on medium low, and now we're about to get the red bliss potatoes going on medium. It's so fun to be able to multitask and do all these different things that require different heat at the same time. I love cooking in the evening and dusk hours, but what's really great about cooking on this grill is having the halogen lights built in. No need for guesswork, no need for that headlamp. You get precise controlled cooking with the Fire Magic. Now, what I love most, I think, about working with steak is that it needs so little to really make it shine. All I'm doing here is seasoning generously with kosher salt and cracked pepper. Let's throw these babies on the grill. Here we have the infrared burner on high. I want to hear that tss when these steaks hit the grill. Now these steaks are going to cook fast. I'm going to drop the heat to medium high, and I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, we're going to rotate 90 degrees, and this is going to give us those restaurant-style sear marks. Fire Magic's new Diamond Sear cooking grids really maximize the surface area that's touching the meat right now. This gives great optimization of the food juices that are hitting the grid and also collecting the food oils too. Hear that? Time to turn 90 degrees. Now these are going to stay on an additional 2 minutes. Okay, time to flip the steak. And now we're gonna do the same as the first side. Another 3 minutes, rotate 90 degrees, followed by an additional 2 minutes, and then we're ready for the table. There's nothing that I love more as someone who loves to entertain and cook, to be able to multitask, get the meal out all at once and serve a lot of people, and Fire Magic lets me do that. Let's get these steaks on the table. So it's been 5 minutes, the filet has had a chance to rest, and now here comes my secret weapon with the filet mignon. This herb-infused butter is just what this dish needs. And there we have it. Bon appetit. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and for more, go to firemagicgrills.com. I'm Anna Rossi. Happy grilling. Hi, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic, and today we're making porchetta on the amazing Fire Magic rotisserie. Traditionally, porchetta is a deboned pig. That can be a big undertaking for the home cook. So what I've done is break it down a little bit with two of my favorite parts, the pork loin, marinated in Italian herbs overnight, and the pork belly. So to begin, let's prepare the pork belly. Let's start by flipping it over so it's skin side up. I'm going to start by lightly rubbing a little bit of baking soda on the skin. This helps wick a little bit of the extra moisture out of the skin, and now I score the skin. I use a sharp knife. You can also use a razor blade. You want to start to slice through the skin, but not go all the way through the fat layer. Now the skin is scored in diamond crosshatches. Let's flip the belly back over, and now let's season it generously with kosher salt. And now here are the herbs. I combined these to really get the flavors infusing from the very beginning. And now it's time for the loin. I like to lay the skin side up as we bring the belly around to wrap it. This gives a little extra opportunity for the fat to render as it rotates around the rotisserie rod. And now we're going to truss it using a heavy gauge baker's twine. So now the meat has been trussed and tied. It's ready for the rotisserie rod. Let me grab that. So this heavy duty rod can hold up to 75-pound roast. We're gonna line it up as best as we can in the center of the loin and just drive it through. Be careful as you anticipate it on the other side. Oh, that looks great. Now I have these great Fire Magic meat holders that are gonna give us that extra grip on the rotisserie. Make sure all 4 prongs go into the meat and do the same on the other side. This is gonna really set us up for a successful rotisserie, giving us a nice even roast with that high heat back burner. Okay, we're ready to load her. So I'm going to use our pan that we were using for prep work as the drip tray that's going to lay directly on the flavor grids. I've got the meat lined up with the back burner, and I'm going to turn on the rotisserie now to see if everything is even. So this is where you really see the Fire Magic shine. We're working with that 12-inch deep firebox, which gets the airflow around this big piece of rotisserie meat. And the rounded hood of the oven gives you a convection bake. So you get that crispy, crackly skin with the high heat back burner. This is gonna be an awesome meal. Let's close the hood and let this bake at medium-high heat for about 2.5 to 3 hours. So we're about an hour in. Let's take a look. Wow. Already you can see that back burner is doing its work. Look at that. Now, if you were to cook this a different way, it would be much more difficult. Because we're using a rotisserie with that high torque motor, the rendering of the pork fat is basically basting the roast on its own. It's a delicious way to get flavor all around the meat, and you really maximize all the great features that are happening right now on the Fire Magic grill. So the porchetta's been on for about 3 hours. Meanwhile, we fired up some broccoli rabe in the wok on the power burner. This is gonna make an awesome topping in our sub sandwich we're about to put together. Now let's check on the porchetta. Let's fire up the light. These halogen lights come in so handy in this time of the evening. Wow, look at that porchetta. That is awesome. Now carefully with oven mitts, let's remove the rotisserie rod from the grill. Bring it over to the butcher block, and we're gonna let this meat rest for about 15 minutes. Let all those juices saturate back into the meat. Wow, look at the color. Look at that caramelization. The skin has that beautiful crackle. This is gonna be amazing. I find a serrated knife works really well for cutting through this delicious crackly skin. Wow. Now to build this sandwich, we're gonna start with a nice basting of extra virgin olive oil and pile on the porchetta high and deep. And now the broccoli rabe stacked on top. And finally, the provolone. Now that is a sandwich. Let's slice this up and get it on the table. Well, from my backyard to yours, for this recipe and more, go to firemagicgrills.com. I'm Anna Rossi, and happy grilling. Hi, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic, and this afternoon we're whipping up a delicious rotisserie chicken white bean chili with cornbread on the side. Now, just like with grilling, this is a dish that really does walk across the seasons. So what you see here are the ingredients that we fire roasted back on the Fire Magic. We have the rotisserie chicken, the Vidalia onion, some roasted garlic, roasted jalapeno. We're gonna start by adding the Vidalia onion to the big stock pot. Add green chilies, sweet roasted garlic, and some roasted jalapeno. Roasting cuts the heat but adds that depth of flavor. And now we're going to add the delicious rotisserie roasted chicken. I've pureed some white cannellini beans in chicken stock to add thickness, and some whole cannellini beans. I have chicken stock, about 3 cups, that we're gonna add to the pot. And now we're gonna bring on our flavor. Fresh squeezed lime juice, and a mix of chili seasonings. And at the very last, we're gonna add fresh chopped cilantro. Now we're gonna take this over to the power burner and bring it to a simmer for about 20 minutes. We're firing up both burners to really get a hot heat. Now's the time for the chili to really bring those flavors together. Let that sit for 20 minutes. Now while the chili simmers, we're going to bake off some cornbread. I've taken a basic sweet cornbread recipe and amped it up with Monterey Jack cheese and roasted jalapenos that we fired up right over there on the Fire Magic. Pour that in, and we're gonna garnish off this delicious cornbread with some roasted red peppers. It makes such a beautiful presentation on the top. Great. Now we're going to bring this over to the middle zone of the Fire Magic and fire up the right side. This is going to cook over indirect heat for about 20 minutes. The chili's going, the cornbread's baking. The timing is perfect. I'll see you in 20 minutes for dinner. The thing I love about this grill is that it's a multitasker. It gives me the versatility to be using the power burner to be making the chili, and convection baking something like cornbread. That looks good. Okay, let's check on that chili. That's delicious. Just what we want. Look at that delicious rotisserie chicken. Oh, and the white beans, yum. I'm ready for dinner. Now here's our cornbread. It looks amazing. Great caramelization on the outside. That's gonna give it that great crust. Now let's serve up the chili. Oh, that smells delicious. Let's pile it high and deep in these cups. Wow. I love serving this white bean chili with some rainbow chips to add that pop of color, and also a garnish bar. I think people really have fun adding their own special flavors to their dishes. They get to put a little bit more of this and that depending on what suits them. We have today some cheddar cheese, some avocado, some vine-ripened tomato, and at the very end, an extra spritz of lime that brings out that great zingy quality in this chili. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this dish as much as I do. And you can take a look at this recipe and more at firemagicgrills.com. I'm Anna Rossi. Happy grilling. Good morning, I'm Anna Rossi with Fire Magic, and this morning we're starting with breakfast on the grill. We have a delicious orange ricotta pancake on the menu this morning. The orange and vanilla notes bring great substance and beauty to these pancakes. I'm gently folding in the wet ingredients that have orange zest, fresh squeezed orange juice, and even a hint of vanilla into a base of flour, a little baking powder, a pinch of salt, and some granulated sugar. Now, instead of adding some whipped egg whites or buttermilk this morning, I'm adding ricotta cheese. Ricotta is a wonderful, mild cheese that gives these pancakes great body. I love that thick, fluffy pancake. Now remember, when you're making pancakes, lumpy is okay. That's what gives it some great structure on the grill. That looks perfect. Now let's fire up the grill. Here we have the stainless steel griddle preheating on low. This is where the pancakes are gonna go. Now let's get the maple sausages fired up. The zone 3 on medium-high heat. And really take advantage of that grill flavor for these maple sausages. Now what I love about the maple sausages on the grill is that as the fat starts to render, it's going to hit the flavor grid, vaporizing those delicious food juices and shooting that delicious barbecue nuance of flavor back up into the meat. Great, now let's get those pancakes started. I've replaced 2 cooking grids with the stainless steel griddle. It's amazing to have such a big space to cook off pancakes. Excellent for serving a crowd and getting the pancakes cooked at once. And I don't know about you, but it's not breakfast without a strong cup of coffee. Here we have our espresso percolating over on the power burner. Let's check on the pancakes. Ooh, delicious. One way I check for doneness is to make sure that I see little tiny bubbles forming on the outside rim of the pancake and in the center. And as the sausage starts to cook off, let's move it up to the warming rack extender. What I love here, I'm doing 4 things at once. I have my coffee percolating, my cooked off sausages staying warm on the warming rack extender, pancakes on the stainless steel griddle, and the final breakfast sausages rendering and getting to that perfect doneness. I think that these are ready for a nice pat of butter and some warm maple syrup. Let's grab our coffee and I'll see you at the table. Breakfast just tastes better when it comes off of a Fire Magic grill. And thanks for joining me this breakfast. I hope you check out this recipe at firemagicgrills.com. I'm Anna Rossi. Happy grilling.